Hello everyone, welcome back. So now we'll talk about the evidences, biological evidences of evolution. Okay? We're going to see morphological, anatomical evidence and some other important evidences which resembles the characters of human being with other living organism. Okay, so we're going to talk about the now evidences, biological evidences of evolution. We're going to talk about morphological and anatomical evidence. We're going to talk about certain evidences. Embryological evidences we will see. So various evidence in terms of evolution we're going to talk about now. Okay. First, we're going to talk about the morphological and anatomical evidences. Evidence means the structure or any kind of characters which is there in our body, in human, the characters or structure which is still now we have, which resembles with other animals' characters. This is going to tell us or gives us that idea that those organisms were our ancestor, or we can have some idea that we have evolved, the humans were evolved from that particular organisms. Okay, you know, in evolution, how evolution occur? Due to the change in environmental condition. Our environmental condition is not same. It doesn't remain same all period. Every day our environment is changing. Okay, with the change in environment, our body structure also changes to adapt that particular environmental condition. Not only human, all living organism. Evolution is taking place every day with the change in environmental condition. Our environmental condition is not constant, it's not same. It changes every day, it is changing our environment. It doesn't remain same throughout the year. Okay, so with the change in that environmental condition, all living organisms, they try to change themselves to adapt with that environmental condition. Our cell, our gene changes to adapt that environmental condition. Okay, so it is said that when the life was originated, the first organisms were all aquatic. All living organisms were all aquatic. Then slowly and gradually they start to come on the land surface. Okay. Then slowly they start to develop into higher living organism. That's why in most of the human cells or human biomolecules, it resembles the characters with aquatic living organism, because the first life form was aquatic, it is said that, according to science. Okay, who knows, after 50 years or 100 years, now the resemble of human structure may differ, may get different from now what we look now our looks, our structure may get changed after 100 or 50 years with a change in environmental condition. Evolution is taking place every day. Okay, so that is the evolution that we are talking about. So far, at this stage where we are now in 21st century, so starting from life originate to till now where we are at this stage, so we are discussing that much of span, lifespan or evolution span, okay, time. Our future generation, after 100 or 200 years, they're going to talk about some different thing. When they discuss evolution chapter, they may get some other new topic also, because the evolution is taking place. Because this chapter, evolution chapter, it's never ending chapter, and it is a controversial chapter. It is still going on, increasing. This chapter is still increasing, but till now at this stage, so far we are evolved from the very beginning. That much we are discussing here. Okay, in our future generation, they may get some other new things also. Okay. So that is the morphological and anatomical evidences we are going to talk about. Morphological means external characters. Anatomical means internal characters. So first we're going to talk about the morphological, okay, the character which resembles with other living organism. The characters of human being which is resembles with other living organism, which gives us idea what our ancestors were, or what we are evolved from what organism. That gives us idea. Alright, so first we talk about homologous organ. Homologous organ, very important. First let me write. Homologous organ are those organ which has same origin or structure but perform same function. Homologous organ, homo means what? Same, okay, same. So the organ which is there in human, which is the organ which we have in our body, the origin and structure are same with some other living organism, some animals. The origin and structure are same, but they perform different function. We're going to give some talk about some example also. This is morphological evidence, okay, external evidence. Then we'll come to anatomical as well. So when we see the structure of our structure that we have in our body, some structure, and the other structure in other animals, which is same in structure, which has same structure, but they perform different function. So this homologous organ, that's why they are also called it as a divergent. They are also called it as a diverted. Okay. That means first they develop from same origin, then due to the change in environmental condition, both organs perform different function. So they gets diverted into different function. The origin was same, but the function is different. The function was different. Example: hands of man, our hands, and flippers of whale. These two structure, these two organ has the same origin or same structure, but both perform same different function. Okay, the flippers of whale help in swimming. Our hands help in touching things. But we have both the organ have same origin and same structure. Try to see the images of flippers. Okay, the origin is same, but the function is different. So that gives us the evidence of evolution, so we can get some idea that from where we have evolved. Okay, so some organ in our body resembles with other organs in other animals' body parts. One more example. Hands of man and four limbs of horse. Examples are very important. This homologous organ is very important. Homologous and analogous always asks in the exam. Hands of man and four limbs of horse. Both the organ has same structure and origin but perform different function. Okay. One more example. In case of plants, let's take in case of plants example. Thorns of bougainvillea. I guess you all have seen bougainvillea flowers, thorns of bougainvillea and tendrils of cucurbita and passiflora. Both has same origin, but both perform different function. The thorns of bougainvillea, they give protection from other grazing animal, while the tendrils of cucurbita and passiflora plant, they give support in climbing of the plant. So they have different function, but the origin are same. Okay, the origin and structure are same. One more example. Heart of vertebrates. So all hearts of vertebrates, the origin are same, the structure is same, but they perform different function. Okay, vertebrates. I know invertebrates, vertebrates, you know already, right? So this is homologous organ, the evidences of morphological characters, which gives us idea what our ancestors were. Okay, some organ of animals, you may get the same structure. Some parts of animal, you may get the same function. So this gives us idea that how our ancestors were. So that is homologous organ. It is also known as divergent. Homologous organ are those organs which has same origin or function but perform different function. Very important. Homologous organ and analogous organ, very important. Now coming to analogous organ. Evolution is taking place every day, okay, remember, due to mutation. It is said that there was a dinosaur during Jurassic period. There was a dinosaur existed, but suddenly all dinosaurs got disappeared. Why? Because of the change in environmental condition. Their cells were unable to survive that change environmental condition. We're going to talk about it, Darwin's theory, okay? Survival of the fittest. The environment only accepts those organisms which can survive with a change in environmental condition. Maybe due to some change in environmental condition, the cells of dinosaurs couldn't evolve to survive or couldn't able to mutate. That's why they got disappeared suddenly. Analogous organ. These two analogous and homologous organ are very important. Analogous organ are those organs which have different origin or structure but perform same function. I shouldn't have written. I'm wasting on that. This chapter is short, interesting, just like a fairy tale. You just need to remember some point. That's it. Yet important. It's a very important chapter. Entrance. Genetics, evolution and molecular basis of inheritance, plant reproduction, all chapters are important. All chapters are important. Oh, okay. It has different structure or origin but perform same function. That's why these analogous organs are also known as convergent evolution. Convergent. Convergent spelling. Convergent evolution. That means it has been converted. Okay. Different origin and structure but for perform conversion. Convergent evolution. It is also known as convergent evolution. Examples are important. Wings of birds and insects. The wings of birds and insects both has a different structure, right? They have different structure, but both helps in flying of the body. Both helps in from wings. With the help of wings, they can fly. They help in flying of the body. So the structure are different, but the functions are same. Okay, both helps in flying. So wings of bird and insects has different origin and structure but perform same function. One more example. Eyes of cephalotes. Do you know what is cephalotes? And man. Eyes of cephalot and man. Cephalot, cephalopoda, mollusca family, octopus. Mostly we talk about octopus. The eyes of octopus and man have different origin and different structure, but both perform same function. Okay, I'll give you two examples here. Okay, so that is homologous and analogous organ. Homologous are known as divergent, analogous are known as convergent. Okay, study very carefully. You will get confused here, homo and analogous. Homo means same origin and structure but perform same function. Different function. Analogous means different origin or structure but perform same function. Examples are very important. These are morphological evidence. Okay, these all are morphological evidence. Next, we're going to talk about some other evidences. Next evidence we will see vestigial organ. Ing hai koyo. No hobo. Etu topic. Kali aru koribo lagibo. Kali Thursday nohoy. Oh, আজি Thursday. Okay, we are going to see our next evidence now, known as vestigial organ. Vestigial organ. So homologous organ we have seen, vestigial organ we have seen, and then now we homologous seen, analogous we have seen. Now we will see vestigial organ. So all those evidences, I am directly placing it under morphological and anatomical evidences. Okay, I am not separately mentioning the morphological and anatomical. Both I am including under same topic, morphological and anatomical. Vestigial organs are those organs which is there in our body but no longer in use. We don't have any use of that organ, but still there in our body. Vestigial organ are those organs which is already there in a body but no longer in use. We don't have any use of it. Can you name some organ which is there in our body but we have no use of it? Those organs are known as vestigial organ. A scientist named called Wilderson, he showed 100 vestigial organ, but we're going to talk about some important point of them. Okay, the structure which is already there in our body or in some other living organism but no longer in use. Now that organ represents or gives us idea, it resembles the characters with our ancestor. Like for example, first we talk about in case of human. Nictitating membrane. Nictitating membrane. What is nictitating membrane? Oh, it's so hard to pronounce. Eye, blue eye. Just a blue color, okay, not blue eye. So here we have a structure like this in our eye, right? Have you ever noticed a small pinkish color structure that is there in our eyes towards the corner of the right side of our eye? Pinkish, small, round like structure. Like that we have, right? This structure is known as nictitating membrane. Now this nictitating membrane has no function in our eye. It has nothing to do with our eyes, but we have. We don't know why, but still we contain nictitating membrane in our eyes, the corner of our eye, pinkish round like structure. So that is vestigial organ, though we have but no longer in use. So this resemble or represent the evolution of structure or organ. Okay. Next example, we take wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth. You know wisdom teeth? We have wisdom teeth, right? But it has no function in our mouth. It has nothing to do with our mouth, but still we contain wisdom teeth. These are vestigial organ. Next, appendix. Human physiology first year chapter. If you have seen the structure of intestine, the large intestine contain a structure, appendix, at the colon part. Cecum, rectum, colon, large intestine. If you remember, a kind of structure like this. Intestine. Towards the end part of the intestine, we have a structure like this. We all have that structure. This is appendix. But it has no role in our body, just simply is there, present. Like this. Thoda sa. Okay. This resembles the characters of our ancestor with some other living organism, some other animals, that we might be some kind of animals when we first evolved, but that characters still goes on, the passing after generation after generation. It might has some role to play when life was formed that time, but when the time changes, when our cell changes, mutation occur, now it has nothing to do with our daily life now. But at that time, maybe it has some role to play. So we still contain that structure now. That's why. So that is appendix. Some people, you might have heard that suffer from appendix, they need to get surgery. You might have heard. Some people goes for surgery, they say that you have an appendix. You might have heard. Maybe in your family also, some of you had that kind of experience, appendix. We say, doctors say you have an appendix, you have to go for surgery, right? Sometimes they say. Appendix is actually we all have, but this appendix can grow. It may grow into a larger size. When it grows into a larger size, it is there, okay? It starts to penetrate our skin, the endometrium skin. So it gives pain. When it, grows in size, it starts to penetrate our skin. So that's why it gives us pain. So sometimes when this size grows, it gives pain. So they need to get surgery. इसको काट देता है, stitch कर देता है, बस. So simple. Even you can also do that. Okay, just inject anesthesia, cut it off the stomach, pull out the appendix, cut that appendix, stitch it, put it inside, put it back, stitch the stomach. That's it. So simple. But for that they will charge like 50,000. So that structure we have, but it has no role to play in our body. What else? What else? What else? Yeah. Auricular muscles of pinna. What is pinna? There is a muscles here. Okay, at the bottom of our ear, the smooth part of our ear, where the earring is put inside. This structure is known as pinna. There is a muscles known as auricular muscles. This muscle has no role, but still we have. Okay. Now some people can move these auricular muscles, but we will see that in other topic. that also resembles some ancestor character. So we have a muscle here in our pinna, small muscles, auricular muscles, known as auricular muscles. It has nothing to rule. It has nothing to do with our air, no role to play, but we contain auricular muscles. So that resembles the vestigial organ. The structure which is already we have, but we have no role to play. That gives us idea that they might have some role when the life was formed, but with the change in time, due to mutation, now it has nothing to do with our daily life. But still we contain, because they are passing from generation to generation. Aru. That's it for human. There are many examples. And in case of animal also has vestigial organ, like in python. Have you ever seen python in your life? Snake python. In case of python. I'll give you two more examples in case of human. Wait. Male. Mammary glands are reduced. Female clitoris are vestigial. In khatam. Animals. In python, pelvic girdle and femur are vestigial. What is femur? What is pelvic girdle? I don't know, sir. Very good. Then in flightless bird, wings are vestigial. Flightless bird like duck, ostrich, they have wing but they cannot fly. What is the use of that? This represented vestigial organ. When the life was evolved, or when the first ostrich or duck was evolved, they might have some role to play at that time. But with the change of environmental condition, they must have adapted so that there are not any requirement of wing. Okay. These are the example of vestigial organ. Vestigial organ are those organs which are there in a human body, but it has no role to play. So these are the example in case of human. These are the example in case of animal. One more. Maybe this nictitating membrane are used for applying kajal in case of female. So we have some use of it, right? Vestigial, then atavism or reversion. Atavism or reversion. In atavism or reversion, we have some organ or some structure in our body which represent the structure, which represent the characters with other animal. For example, tail in newborn baby. Very rare case, okay, very rare case. Rare, ekdam rare, 0.1%. But Some, very rare, some child, they born or they get birth with the tail in the body, small tail. Few cases, ekdam few. Some baby born with the tail. Some of you might contain, some of you may have this. Just try and check, okay? Tail, they contain tail. This represents our ancestors. How our ancestor were, or which was our ancestor. It can be monkey, it can be dinosaur also. Then we have one more example, lion boy. A lion boy, not body. Lion boy. Some baby born with a thick fur on the body. Still, rare case. Very thick fur on a body. Bahut noom thake aru kisuman baby body. Have you seen Taboo in Discovery Channel? I have seen one episode where one person, it contains a very thick fur on the body. It looks like just like a lion or bear. When he shave, still it grows quickly. So the whole body, even the face, they contain thick fur. Mutant, like an X-Man. Okay, so this resembles the characters, how our ancestors were. There are many evidences. Morphological evidence, anatomical evidence, embryological evidence. ऐसा बहुत सारे एविडेंस होते हैं जिससे हम लोग रिजेंबल कर सकते हैं कि हम लोग का एंसेस्टर कैसा थे. It gives us some idea. Then one more. Functional auricular body. This functional auricular muscles. Normally, we cannot move our ear, right? It has muscles in it, we cannot move it. But some people can move their ear. Like Mr. Bean, if you know. So some people can, they can move this muscle. This represents or resembles the ancestor character. How our ancestor character were. Maybe dog, maybe cat, maybe some kind of animal. Okay, so this is atavism or reversion. So these are the evidences. Morphological and anatomical evidences. In next we will see some other evidences.